You have to agree to like a certain amount of year contract to do Christmas lights?
I'll tell you how we do it, man. I do make the customer pay up front a big chunk of money. But what I do is I sell the customer their lights. A lot of guys are going to buy the lights, rent them to the customer, and then hope that maybe they can double dip on them down the road if that customer cancels, or maybe reuse them if that customer renews and just keep extending that contract. I don't see any value in lights personally as an asset for my company. It's something that's going to constantly need work and upkeep. I would rather just sell that to the customer. And with LED lights nowadays, it's a pretty reasonable buy. And so what we do is we do a install build price for the first year, all right? And so you have an extra cost your first year for us to build it's not an install build, it's a purchase. We have a purchase build price that we use for the first year, along with the purchase build price, because basically we have to purchase all the lights and then we have to assemble them custom to fit your house, right? Then you got your install takedown price. And what happens for us is the first year we sell you those lights and you pay both those prices. And then from then on out, you just take that, you pay that install takedown price. And that seems to work pretty good for us. It's pretty simple. I don't know that if I'm making, more or less money than the next guy. I've never done it any other way. To me, this was the only logical way to do it. I used to let my customers keep the lights, and I found that one of the benefits probably to having a contract where you own the lights is that the lights don't end up getting messed up or mangled or parts are missing. So one of the things that we like to do is we store the lights. It's basically, we're mandatorily storing the lights for the customer unless they don't want to service anymore. So as long as I'm holding on to your lights, I'm planning on installing you next year. So yeah, man, it is expensive. You got to store all that. That takes a lot of space to store all that stuff all year long, and you got to keep it not. It can't just be a crappy storage. You can't have mice and stuff getting up in there, chewing up lines. You can't have it getting wet. So I mean, you do got to take care of and have the space to be able to store that stuff. And the initial purchase price on a lot of those lights is expensive. I don't see any reason why people shouldn't be spending somewhere between $7 and $10 a foot to have holiday lights installed, especially if it's a first year deal. Now after that, again, you can go a little cheaper. But for me, my big thing is that the customer owns the lights, so they can have their lights back at any time. When they sell their house, they can sell the lights with the house. The lights are custom cut to fit the house. Or if they're moving in the area, we custom fit the lights one time. We can give them a new custom build price without the cost of those lights, and they can save a little bit of money on their new house. I would say it's probably makes more sense to leave the lights with the house that they're fit to make, to sit on. But I don't know, man. That's how we do our holiday lighting.